So you're thinking of moving to Kansas City and the surrounding areas like Spring Hill, Kansas, but you've got some questions. You want to know the pros and the cons, the good and the bad, before making that decision to move to Spring Hill. Well, in this video, that's exactly what we're going to talk about, because Spring Hill is actually one of the fastest growing cities in the entire Kansas City metro area. As a matter of fact, it's been growing almost 40% the increase in population over the last 5 years. And with such a high growth rate, there's definitely plenty of pros and many reasons why people are moving here. But you also want to stick around until the very end, because there are some cons that you need to be aware of as well. Today, we're going to share with you the pros and the cons of Spring Hill. So that way, you can kind of weigh them out and make that decision before you make that move to Spring Hill. And we're going to get after it right now. And if this is your first time on our channel and you want to know everything there is about living and moving to Kansas City and the surrounding areas like Spring Hill, Kansas, then make sure that you subscribe below and make sure that you tap the bell for notifications so that you can be the very first to know about the current market here in Spring Hill. My name is Jimmy Ezell. My wife Nikki and I are part of the Living in Kansas City team. And every single day we get phone calls, text messages, and emails from people just like you and you and you. And so whether you're looking to move in 7 days or 7 months, make sure you reach out to us. All of our information is in the description box below. We'd be happy to help you make that smooth move to places like Spring Hill, Kansas. And with that, let's go ahead and dive into the video. Today, we're taking a full tour of Spring Hill. It's a charming town located just south of Kansas City. It's in the southern part of Johnson County. And so whether you're thinking about moving here or just curious about what it's like, you're definitely in the right place. As you can see behind me, this is really the downtown where it all started. And I wanted to start our tour here because this is the heart of Spring Hill. The area is rich with history, and it really gives you that small town charm that Spring Hill is known for. It's founded back in 1857, and this town was actually originally established as a key stop along the Santa Fe Trail, which played a crucial role in the westward expansion. And over the years, Spring Hill grew from a small settlement town to a thriving community, while it's retained its historical roots, and it's also embraced the growth and the modernization that has come with it. Now, what I want to do is let me walk over to the mural. I want to show you guys this amazing mural that they have in downtown. So you can see the buildings behind me. All right, so take this beautiful mural behind me, for example, because it represents the town's, journey from its pioneer days to its close-knit community we've seen today. Actually, let me get a little closer for all of you. You guys can see all that. Isn't that cool? So let's go ahead and walk a little bit more downtown here. As you can see, this is pretty amazing that the structures are still here. Some of these buildings, guys, have been around, they've been around here for so long. You'll notice just a wonderful mix of different buildings, from the modern touches to, this downtown area has really been a focal point of Spring Hill community for over a century. And like I said, many of these buildings, they've stood here since the late 1800s. And while some of them have been modernized, like you can see, they still maintain that character, the town's past. Look at this one here. There's like the coffee bean I drank there yesterday. Really good coffee, so make sure you check that out. And so, these buildings, like I said, have been around for quite a while. And it just really shows you where the city has come from. Standing here, it's pretty easy to imagine what life would have been like over 100 years ago, with horse-drawn carriages rolling down these streets. You can kind of see just between very small, downtown area. But I want you to picture like the history that, that's been here. And so, in the recent years, Spring Hill has gained recognition for being one of the fastest growing communities in the area. Now, the city's focus on family-friendly living, strong schools, and affordable housing has made it a very popular destination for families looking for balance between a small town life and the city amenities. Just last year, Spring Hill was awarded the Community of the Year by the League of Kansas Municipalities. I can barely even say that word. Celebrating its community spirit and really the dedication to improving the quality of life for its residents, from expanding the park system and the recreation system here to investing in the infrastructure. Spring Hill is a town that's preparing for the future while honoring its past. Now, let's talk a bit about what's it like to actually live here in Spring Hill. With a population just under 8,000, you really get to know your neighbors. There's a tight-knit community vibe that's going on here, and people here are, incredibly proud of their town. Whether it's through the local events like the annual Spring Hill Fall Festival or the friendly waves you get as you drive through Main Street. Got that this morning. You'll feel that welcome and that connection right away. And so just really understand that Spring Hill, where it started and where it's going. I mean, families, they love it here. And a big reason for that is that, Spring Hill has an amazing school district as well. It's consistently ranked as one of the best in the region, which is a huge draw for anyone with kids, especially, because of the smaller class sizes. They do pay attention to that, get the students involved in extracurricular activities. And one thing about Spring Hill too, it's a very short drive to Kansas City. You're only talking about a 30-minute drive. So it's very close to that as well. And so, with that, I just wanted to show you guys a little bit of downtown, what it looked like. And what we're going to do now is, since you've all had a little bit of taste of what Spring Hill looks and feels like, let's dive into the pros and cons of living here. Like any town, Spring Hill has some good points, but also has some bad points. So you have some good pros, has pros, has some cons. We're going to dive into them. That way you can make that decision, what's best for you if you make that decision to move to Spring Hill. And so with that, let's get after it. All right, let's start with our first pro, and that is the community vibe, that small town feel that you get. One of the most charming aspects of Spring Hill is the tight-knit community. It's the kind of town where neighbors actually know each other. And it's not common to see families chatting on front porches or kids playing in the streets and locals gathering at community events. I mean, that small town vibe is something that you really feel the moment you arrive. I got that feeling when I actually started doing some filming of the downtown area inside the coffee shop. People were just so friendly. Asked me what I was doing and what, in terms of shooting the videos, but just that whole small town vibe was definitely something that I saw. And Spring Hill hosts a variety of community events throughout the year, from the Spring Hill Fall Festival, the holiday parades, and the farmers markets. These events create a real sense of belonging. It's not just a place where, you live, it's a place where you're part of something bigger, a community. People take pride in their town. And that, there's that welcoming atmosphere that makes it easy to connect and feel at home. And let's be honest, in today's world where everything seems to move at lightning speed, that sense of community is invaluable. Whether you're raising a family, starting a new chapter, or just want to feel more connected to the place you live, Spring Hill has that classic small town charm, but with that added benefit of being close to everything Kansas City has to offer. And with that is our first con, and that is limited amenities. It's a quieter lifestyle. Now let's talk about, one of the potential downsides of living in a small town like Spring Hill. I mean, there's just the limited amenities. While there are plenty of day-to-day conveniences here, like, grocery stores, a few local restaurants, the parks, you won't find large shopping malls or upscale dining right in town. If you're someone who likes having every amenity at your fingertips, well, Spring Hill might feel a bit limited in terms of that sense. So for things like major shopping, high-end restaurants, or catching a movie, you'll probably find yourself driving 20 to 30 minutes to Olathe or Overland Park. But here's the flip side. Many people love Spring Hill because it's a bit quieter. You're getting that peaceful suburban atmosphere without the hustle and bustle of a bigger city. And while you may need to drive for certain things, you're still close enough to Kansas City to enjoy those amenities whenever you want. So while this could be seen as a con, for some it's actually part of the appeal of living in Spring Hill. Now, pro number 2 is the strong schools. A major draw for families is that, if you've got kids, one of the biggest factors in deciding where to live is the quality of the school system. And in Spring Hill, that's a major pro. The Spring Hill School District is consistently ranked among the best in the region, and that's something a lot of families really value. Smaller class sizes mean more personalized attention for your students, and the schools here are known for their strong academics as well as their extracurricular programs. you've got kids really excelling not only in academics, but also in, extracurricular activities. I mean, it's got a great reputation, especially when it comes to these type of activities like sports, music, and arts. They've recently invested in new facilities and technology, making sure students have everything that they need to thrive. And beyond academics, there's a real sense of community involvement, with the parents playing, an active role in school events, as well as they'll be involved in the programs. So if you're a family with school-age kids, Spring Hill offers a top-notch education system that can set your kids up for success. And that's a huge draw for many people looking to move here. Now, this next con is really the pace of a slower way of life. Now, let's talk about the pace in life in Spring Hill. This can be a pro or a con, depending on what kind of lifestyle you're looking for. Spring Hill definitely has a slower, more relaxed pace compared to the hustle and bustle of Kansas City or its surrounding suburbs. For some, this is exactly what they're looking for. A peaceful, laid-back atmosphere where you can really slow down and enjoy life. But if you're used to the fast-paced energy of a big city, this slower rhythm, could take some getting used to. Things move a little slower out in Spring Hill, and that's part of the charm, but it's not for everyone. So just keep that in mind. For many people, that slower pace is a breath of fresh air. It means less stress, more time to spend with your family, and a chance to really connect with your community and your surroundings. So while it may not be as fast-paced as other places, it's that very quality that draws people to Spring Hill. Now, pro number 3 is the affordability. You definitely get more for your money in Spring Hill. So one of the biggest perks of living in Spring Hill is how affordable it is compared to some of the other suburbs around Kansas City. If you're looking to get more home for your money, Spring Hill offers great value. I mean, the median home prices here are lower than in places like Overland Park, Leawood, Olathe, and that means you can find larger lots, newer homes, and even custom-built options without breaking the bank. So whether you're in looking for a first-time home buyer or looking to upgrade, Spring Hill has plenty of options. And beyond just the price of homes, the overall cost of living here is much lower too. Things like utilities, groceries, and even gas tend to be a bit more affordable here, making it easier to maintain a comfortable lifestyle. So if you're looking for a community where you can stretch your budget further without sacrificing on your quality of life, Spring Hill is definitely a place to consider. Our third con is really the distance from the city and all the conveniences that come with it. But with that affordability and peaceful atmosphere comes a bit of some trade-offs in terms of distance from the city, conveniences. Spring Hill is about a 30-minute drive from Kansas City. So if you're someone who likes having, quick access to the nightlife or shopping or entertainment, you'll find yourself commuting a bit. Now, granted, most of the suburbs in Kansas City, you have to commute. You really do need a car. We don't have a massive transit to get you from the suburbs to downtown. So most of our suburbs are that way. Well, Spring Hill, because of its location being further south, you're definitely going to have to make sure that you have a car to get into and enjoy all the things that are happening inside the city. Now, for many people, this isn't a big deal. A 30-minute drive is a small price to pay for the peace and quiet that you get here in Spring Hill. But if you're used to living in a more urban environment, where everything is right outside your door, well, this might feel like a bit of a drawback. That said, the trade-off is worth it for those who value a quieter lifestyle. Plus, with remote work becoming even more common, a lot of people are finding they don't need to be as close to the city anymore. So while distance might be a big factor for some, it's one they're willing to accept for all the benefits Spring Hill has to offer. All right, I'm going to give you another pro, the fourth pro, and that is the proximity to Kansas City, which actually gives you the best of both worlds. One of the most underrated perks of living in Spring Hill is really the perfect balance between small town life and the city conveniences. I mean, you get to enjoy the peaceful, slower-paced atmosphere that Spring Hill offers, but you're still only about 30 minutes away from Kansas City. That means you're never too far from the big city amenities like world-class restaurants, the shopping, the entertainment, major sports events. I mean, imagine spending your weekdays in the quiet and comfort of Spring Hill and then hopping in the car on a Saturday to catch a Chiefs game or Royals game, explore the Kansas City Zoo or enjoy some of the incredible dining and nightlife options that KC has to offer. I mean, you really do get the best of both worlds. So you can experience all the benefits of big city living when you want, and then retreat to a peaceful neighborhood at the end of the day. And for commuters, it's a breeze. I mean, you're close enough to major employment hubs like Overland Park, downtown Kansas City, while still enjoying that quieter small town vibe that you can call home. So if you're looking for that sweet spot between city conveniences and suburban living, Spring Hill really hits the mark. And our final pro is the growth and development. Spring Hill is a town on the rise. With all the growth and development happening here, just over the past few years, Spring Hill has been one of the fastest growing communities inside Kansas City metro area. This town is constantly evolving with new housing development, schools, and community projects, making it an exciting time to move here. The growth isn't just limited to new homes either. There are plans for more parks, recreational areas, and even upgrades to infrastructure, which means the town is set to keep improving for years to come. For anyone looking to invest in a growing community, Spring Hill offers a unique opportunity. You're getting in on the ground floor of a town that's becoming more attractive every year. Plus, with this growth comes more local businesses, restaurants, shops, making everyday life even more convenient. And yet, despite the rapid development, Spring Hill has managed to hold on to that small town charm. So while it's growing, it's still the friendly, welcoming place that people love. So whether you're, a family looking for a new start or someone looking for a solid investment, Spring Hill's future is looking bright. So there you have it, the pros and the cons of living in Spring Hill, Kansas. From the top-rated schools and the strong sense of community to the peaceful small-town charm and affordable housing, it's easy to see why Spring Hill is becoming such a popular choice for families and professionals alike. Sure, like any place, there's trade-offs. Things move a bit slower in Spring Hill, and you might need to drive a bit for certain amenities, but the growth and the potential in Spring Hill are undeniable. Can you picture yourself enjoying a peaceful walk at Veterans Park, or watching your kids play at the splash pad while you catch up with your neighbors, or maybe even grabbing a bite at a local cafe, or spending a sunny afternoon at Spring Hill City Lake? It's a place where a community thrives, where you can feel truly at home, and where life just feels a little bit simpler. So whether you're looking to relocate, or looking for a quieter place to raise a family, or just searching for your forever home, Spring Hill offers something for everyone. So what do you think? Could this be the perfect spot for you? If you want to learn more about life in Spring Hill or other areas around Kansas City, be sure that you hit that subscribe button so that you can stay updated on the current market and what living in Kansas City is like. And if you have any questions or are ready to take that next step, whether it's in 7 days or 7 months, don't hesitate to reach out to us. You can give us a call, text us, email, or even schedule a one-on-one Zoom with us. All of our contact information is in the description box below. And just remember this, our wish for you is that your buying or selling process is seamless so that you can focus on creating memories for yourself and your family, and that you love living in Kansas City and the suburbs like Spring Hill as much as we do. Thanks for watching this video, and until then, we hope to see you around town.